Hello guys and welcome to Rose and Jones. Thank you so much for joining me here. I've not filmed in a little while. I've left it quite some time, taking a little break. So I'm back today with just a little unboxing for you. It is one that launched actually 2020. It was actually April 2020, so it's relatively new. Even though this caught my attention, as soon as I saw launch pictures and saw it all over Instagram, I didn't think it was something I was gonna love because I'm not heavily into oud type fragrances particularly. I actually got a sample of this only about a month ago and started trying it and wearing it. I got this little sample from eBay and I pretty much worked my way through that, and it was enjoyable and I felt compelled to have more. So I actually got this from a seller on eBay. So I'm going to use my rather dramatic dagger that I got from New York. It is kind of beautiful and adds a bit of drama to an unboxing. It doesn't really get used because it's more of a display piece. So yeah, I got this from a seller on eBay and it was cheaper than buying it straight from Dior. It was a tiny bit cheaper and it's sealed, unused and sealed and brand new. So of course here we have Oud Rosewood from Dior. This is a 40ml. This is just a small 40ml bottle, which is plenty. Like I said, this actually caught my attention straight away as soon as it launched. And if I'm honest, it was really because the word rose was in the title. As soon as I see something new with the word rose in, especially it's from the Prive or Maison Dior line, I'm going to be fairly interested in at least checking it out. It's quite a simple, sort of straightforward kind of a oud fragrance. And I really enjoy it. So apparently this is very similar to one from the same line, which is called Purple Oud. It's also quite similar in style to Ombre Nuit. I haven't tried Purple Oud, but I have briefly smelled Ombre Nuit, which is very nice. There's a quality in here which I think is quite similar. It's kind of that fizzy, musky, sort of sparkling medicinal quality actually. But in here, it's much more simplified and it really is all about woods. Like I say, this is the 40ml bowl, so it's a much more practical size when you've got so many fragrances. So it's just a nice little practical size. Let's just re-familiarise ourselves with the scent. I know what it smells like really, but I'm going to just do it. So this actually opens up quite sharp, like a sharp medicinal oud, but it's not pungent. It's not really pungent. It's not overwhelming. It's quite simplistic in that sharp sort of oud, but what it quickly does is settle down and become quite a simple woody fragrance. It does remain quite dry, but there's a lovely undercurrent of something fruity and quite juicy. Not strong, it always stays quite far back. But there are top notes of quince and raspberry in here, which is what gives you that undercurrent of something quite bright. And it does need that because it's ever so dry. It's dominated with woods, and we've got the agar wood, which is obviously the oud. We've got sandalwood, and of course that big note of rosewood. Animalic notes are also listed, but without specification on what they are. It's just an animal accord, but there's a little bit of a gruffness in it, I guess, a bit of edge. But it's blended pretty well, and what it becomes is this very, like I say, this very simplistic, quite woody, very dry oud fragrance. And I like that it's quite simplistic. I like that it would be easy to layer. I'm not really familiar with the note of rosewood. I'm not familiar with that particular wood. I couldn't pick it out from anything. And whether it's the power of association, I do find there is the tiniest element of rose in here, just like a wash over the wood. There's not any rose listed, and it definitely isn't a rose fragrance. This is just my mind telling me that there's something rosy in it. So like I said, there's quite a sharp medicinal quality in here, which is the presence of that oud, but it is blended very beautifully with all the other notes. And like I say, overall, it does become this very dry, but very elegant, sophisticated, and very smooth oud. And it has that very much Dior quality that you do find in Ombre Nuit and apparently in Purple Oud. It does put me in mind of a freshly chopped wood because it has that sort of fresh, sharp quality that you get that pungent scent and aroma from when wood is freshly cut. It has that quality in it, which I actually quite like. Like I say, it's never too pungent. No, it's not a strong fragrance. In fact, this is quite a moderate performing fragrance. It would disappear after about maybe 4 or 5 hours, and it doesn't really notice a hell of a lot. I found myself craving it on the very cold days, and like when you rustle and you move and you're wearing jumpers and coats, you kind of get this little waft that creeps up from the different layers of your clothing, and I quite enjoyed that. So just to summarize, I always want to say rose oud wood. Oud rosewood is a very simple, slightly dry, elegant, light oud with a little bit of a medicinal sparkle, with a subtle sweet fruitiness from the raspberry and the quince. A simple but sophisticated woody fragrance from the house of Dior. So that is oud rosewood and not rose oud wood. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all again on my next one. Take care. Over and out.